Dear children, welcome to class 7 geography. I am your social science teacher Mrs. Suganti. In our previous class, we discussed about the interior of the earth. Okay, it's just a short recap. The earth is made up of several layers: the crust, mantle, and the core. The crust is the outermost and thinnest layer of the earth. The continents as well as the ocean floors are part of the crust. Okay, below the crust a thick layer extending up to a depth of 2900 kilometer. This layer is known as the mantle. The innermost layer of the earth is the core. It consists mainly of nickel and iron. Okay, children, now let us first understand the basic important points of the lesson inside our earth. Point number 1. It is impossible for us to reach the center of the earth because the radius of the earth is 6,371 kilometers. Children, you can compare it with the distance between Kashmir and Kanyakumari. To reach the center of the earth, you have to dig more than twice the distance of Kashmir and Kanyakumari. The other important thing to remember here is the temperature below the earth increases tremendously. It's not possible to go deep inside the earth. Okay, therefore, information regarding the interior of the earth is very limited. Okay, children, the rocks can be, very well, the earth's crust is made up of various types of rocks. Rocks can be of different color, size and texture. Okay, children, there are three major types of rocks. One is igneous rocks, another one is sedimentary rocks. Okay, the third one is metamorphic rock. Is it clear? Igneous means it's a Latin word. Okay, igneous means fire. Then sedimentary also a Latin word. Sedimentum means settle down. The last one is metamorphic. It's a Greek word. Metamorphic means it's a change of form. Meta means change. Morph means form. A rock that has been changed from its original form by heat, pressure and fluid activity into a new rock is called metamorphic rock. Okay, children, here you have to understand two important key terms. One is lava, another one is magma. Children, tell me, is lava and magma the same thing? Yes, magma is extremely hot liquid and it is a semi-liquid rock located under Earth's surface. When magma flows onto Earth's surface, it is called lava. Okay? So, here are the two terms. That is magma and another one is lava. When the molten magma cools, it becomes solid. Rocks formed in this condition are called igneous rocks. Okay? They are also called primary rocks. There are two types of igneous rocks. One is intrusive rocks. Another one is extrusive rocks. Children, the igneous rocks is nothing but a granite that you see in your house or road. Okay, and the another example of igneous rock is your grinding stone, ammikkal. which you grind masalas, chutneys and other spices. Have you seen this? Okay, it's a grinding stone. Children, can you imagine lava coming out from the volcanoes? Lava is actually a red molten magma coming out from the interior of the earth on its surface. When this molten lava comes on the earth's surface, it suddenly cools down and becomes solid. Okay, rocks formed in such a way are called igneous rocks. They have a very fine grained structure. For example, basalt. Basalt is a kind of rock. They have a very fine grained structure. Sometimes the molten magma cools down deep inside the earth's crust. Those solid rocks formed are called intrusive igneous rocks. They cool down slowly, they form a large grains. Okay, granite is an example of such a rock. Can you understand, children? Then those rocks roll down, crack and hit each other, and they broken down into small fragments. These smaller particles are called sediments. These sediments are transported and deposited by wind, water. Okay, the loose sediments are compressed and hardened to form layers of rocks. These types of rocks are called sedimentary rocks. Okay, for example, sandstone is made from grains of sand. These rocks may also contain fossils of plants. What are fossils? Fossils, the remains of the dead plants and animals. Okay, trapped in the layers of the rocks are called fossils. I am repeating again, the remains of dead plants and animals which formed in the layers of rocks are called fossils. Okay, and these rocks may also contain fossils of plants, animals and other microorganisms. These igneous and sedimentary rocks can change into metamorphic rocks under great heat and pressure. Metamorphic, you know very well, it's a Greek word. Metamorphos means change of form. Clay, for example, clay changes into slate and limestone into marble. Okay, these are all the examples. For the examples for metamorphic rocks are clay changes into slate and the limestone into marble. These are all the best example. Okay, next one is, what are the uses of rocks? The rocks are very useful to us. Hard rocks are used in the construction of roads, houses and buildings. And shiny and precious rocks are used for making jewelry. Yes. Then some rocks are used for cutting and drilling purpose. Then the mineral constituents of rocks are used in making medicines and fertilizers. Some of the rocks are used as fuels, for example, coal, natural gas and petroleum. Then small stones are used by children in different types of games. For example, 7 stones, then 5 stones. These are all the games. Okay, children love to play those games. Okay, children, the hard rocks are used for making roads, houses and buildings. You use stones in many games. For example, 7 stones, 5 stones. Okay, these are all the games, popular games. You can ask your grandparents or parents and neighbors for more such games using rocks. Okay, children? Children, the Red Fort is made of red sandstone. You know very well the Taj Mahal is made up of white marble. Okay? Next, we will move on to our next topic, that is rock cycle. Okay? Children, you will be surprised to know that one type of rock changes into another type under certain conditions. This transformation of rocks from one to another is known as the rock cycle. Children, you have already learnt when the molten magma cools, it becomes solid, to become igneous rock. These igneous rocks are broken down into small particles that are transported and deposited to form sedimentary rocks. Okay, when the igneous and sedimentary rocks are undergoing some conditions like excessive heat or pressure, okay, then later they changes into metamorphic rocks. Is it clear, children? The metamorphic rocks, which are still under great heat and pressure, those melt down to form molten magma. This magma again can cool down and solidify into igneous rocks. Okay. Next one is uses of minerals. Minerals are used as fuels, for example, coal, petroleum and natural gas. Minerals are used in industries for making medicines, fertilizers and many other items. Iron, bauxite, mica, gold, silver, etc. are examples of minerals. Okay. Children, let us have a short, here we, with this we have come to an end of this chapter 2. Let us have a short recap. In our previous learning session, we discussed about the structure of the earth. The earth is made up of several layers: crust, mantle and core. Okay, crust is the outermost and thinnest layer of the earth, and the main mineral constituents of the continental crust are silica and alumina. The main mineral constituents of the oceanic crust are silica and magnesium. Below the crust lies thick layer extending up to the depth of 2900 km. This layer is known as the mantle. Okay, is it clear? The innermost layer of the earth is the core. It consists of nickel and iron. Then let us discuss about the rock. Rock is a naturally formed, okay, it's an aggregate of minerals in the solid state. Rocks are of three types: igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic. Okay, igneous rocks are formed by the cooling down and solidification of magma. They are also called primary rocks. Igneous rocks are of two types: extrusive and intrusive. Extrusive rocks are formed when molten magma comes out on the earth's surface as lava and cools down quickly. Okay. Basalt is an example of such rocks. Next one is intrusive rocks. are formed when molten magma cools down and solidifies inside the earth's crust. Granite is an example of such rocks. Is it clear, children? Already existing rocks are broken into small particles and then deposited in layers by different agents of nature. These deposits known as sediments. Okay. These deposits, the sediments, are compacted and hardened to form sedimentary rocks. Sandstone is an example of sedimentary rocks. These igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks may undergo physical and chemical changes due to extreme heat or pressure. Thus, metamorphic rocks are formed. Okay. Slate and marble are examples of metamorphic rocks. Okay. Repeating again, children, granite is an example of intrusive rocks. Sandstone is an example of sedimentary rocks. Slate and marble are example of metamorphic rocks. Okay, this molten magma cools down to form igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are broken down into small particles that are deposited and then hardened to form sedimentary rocks. Igneous and sedimentary rocks may change into metamorphic rocks. The metamorphic rocks may again melt into magma. The constant changing of one form of rock into another is known as the rock cycle. What is rock cycle? The molten magma cools down to form igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are broken down into particles that are deposited and then hardened to form sedimentary rocks. Igneous or sedimentary rocks may change into metamorphic rocks. These metamorphic rocks may again melt into magma. This constant change of one form of rock into another is known as rock cycle. Okay, is it clear, children? With this, we have come to an end of this chapter. We discussed the uses of rocks, uses of minerals. Okay, can you able to understand, children? Please watch this video twice or thrice till you understand the lesson. If you have any doubts, you can send your doubts to my WhatsApp number. Stay safe, stay connected, children. Thank you. Have a nice day.